I went away on vacation for about a week to the good sunshine state of Florida. The weather was awesome there. I could understand why people go there for vacations. But before I went away, I put down a T-Nex plant growth regulator. And when I came back, I noticed I did not have much of a top growth problem. It's like I never left, and that's a good thing. What I did notice is the grass didn't have its dark green appearance. It was more like a lime green with a hint of yellowing. So I couldn't tell if that was from the T-Nex application, or looking back at the weather, it was from multiple cloudy days. There wasn't much sunshine during the time I was gone. It was either cloudy or it was raining. So I'm thinking because of the lack of sun, the grass kind of lost some of its color factor, but it should get it back after one good sunny day. So that brings up the question of shade. Can Bermuda survive in the shade? And the short answer is no, but there is a little bit of caveat to it. Bermuda and shade can coexist as long as the Bermuda gets that minimum 7 to 8 hours of sunlight every day. Anything less than that, your Bermuda is going to struggle. The bare minimum sometimes can be 6 hours, but that's the bare minimum. With 6 hours of sunlight, you're going to notice you're going to have a slower green up come spring. And if you end up scalping your lawn, it's going to take a little bit longer to green up. So 6 hours is that bare minimum. In my backyard, I have a wood line area behind my fence. All along the fence, I noticed that the grass there tends to struggle a little bit more than the rest of the turf. It's mostly because it's competing with the trees. Besides the shade, it's also competing with tree roots. You see, with tree roots, the roots of the trees can actually extend much more further out than you realize. Usually, whatever the height of the tree, the roots can extend up to 1/2 that height underneath the turf. So because of that, the grass is competing for nutrients, for water, for fertilizer, along with the trees. And usually the tree will win when it comes to a battle like that. So one of the things I'm doing this year, and it's kind of like a step one of my overall project, is to take down these trees along my backyard. So in an effort to push the tree line back away from my fence, I hired these professionals. They gave me permission to put them on camera and to mention their company name. It's called Classic Tree Care. I highly recommend these guys. They did a really good job. They're honest and hardworking. So they took down these trees. I ended up paying for 3 trees to be taken out. 2 of them were taken out within 30 minutes. And I was really impressed with the speed at which they were able to take down these 2 trees. The third one was a little bit tricky. They actually had to climb it and start cutting some of the branches as they climbed. They put a rope around it and they were able to cut it down. All the work was done like in about an hour and a half maybe, I think. It was really fast. I did hold my breath a little bit, but these guys are professionals. They know what they're doing. I highly recommend them. They also service these areas right here. So if you're in these areas and you need a tree taken down, you can call these guys and they'll give you a good estimate. The other reason why I'm getting rid of some of these trees is because they had beaver damage. With beavers like to chew on the base of the tree and expose the inside of it. Out of fear of the trees collapsing on the house, I need to get rid of these trees. With the trees out of the way, I do notice that the part of my Bermuda where the trees were nearby, those areas, instead of getting 6 hours of sunlight, it's probably getting close to like 7.5 hours. So I should start to see a little bit of improvement when it comes to the Bermuda and its growth. So the whole point of this video is to kind of share with you certain trees don't go well with Bermuda. You can put down a crepe myrtle or something that's low lying and doesn't cast too much of a shade, but anything like an oak tree, gum tree, or even a willow tree, those things are out of the question. You're gonna have thinning of the Bermuda over time. It won't happen right away, but if your Bermuda's getting like 4 hours of sunlight, those areas are gonna thin over a period of a few years. So the only way to really truly address this issue is to just take down the tree, especially if you want to keep your Bermuda lawn. If you're looking to change turf type, maybe to a zoysia, that might work out for you. But I love the look of the Bermuda, and the only way that the Bermuda can thrive is to get rid of any and all shade and to guarantee at least 7 to 8 hours of full sun. Preferably more if possible, but the bare minimum is usually about 6-7 hours, but preferably at least 8 hours. In the past, I made a video about the top 10 mistakes people tend to do on their lawn. For more information on this topic, you can tune to this video right here.